So I've written a song about this recovery and what the experience is like, and I'd like to share it with you guys, okay? Within the first week, I started to develop a really strange relationship with my body. Over the previous year, I'd really come into my own. I learned to love myself with my stretch marks, my excess skin, and everything. But suddenly I woke up and this body was new and different. It hurt. It wasn't comfortable. This body was a stranger to me. It felt like the first few nights sleeping in a new house. I remember the first time I caught a glimpse of myself standing up in a mirror. I was wearing a long black trench coat, and because my skin was so tight, I was hunched over. And I remember looking at myself and thinking very clearly, I don't look like me. I look like two kids trying to sneak into an R-rated movie. This body is sensitive. It's different. It's difficult. And right now, it's very weak. And after a while, it really started to get to me. Here's an example. I just tried to walk outside for the first time. It's day 5. I walked 2 long walks down to the pharmacy to get some medicine and came back. I've been able to stand up and walk on my own for a little bit now, but this is really, really hard. I feel like I was about to pass out like halfway through. It feels like there are a bunch of like lead weights hooked onto my midsection. It's really, really not easy. I'm trying really hard, but like it's so difficult. I wanted to get some footage of me walking down the street, but the second I got out there and started walking, it just became really, really rough. And I need to be careful not to push myself too far because I got really scared for a minute there. I still can't stand up straight. I feel so heavy and I'm so tired. I'm gonna get better gradually, but I did it. You know, I made it. That's what matters. And I was able to do it. Now, if you couldn't tell by the pale look in my face and the sound of my voice, things were tough. And unfortunately, they were only gonna get tougher. Now, I'll warn you, this next part is a little bit gross and graphic, but unfortunately, that can't be avoided when it comes to surgery stuff. It's my 6th day. I can't stop leaking from my drainage tubes. And it's really starting to freak me out and frustrate me. I have these drainage tubes going into my side, sort of hold excess fluid from the surgery. At some point, they start leaking, and it's considered really normal, but I just can't stop getting blood everywhere. I'm really starting to sympathize with how women going through menstruation feel because I am very much ruining underpants and just getting blood running down my legs constantly. It's incredibly frustrating. I'm in a lot of pain. And I'm trying really hard to maintain a positive attitude, but it's getting really, really difficult. This is all part of the process. This is all part of what it is to go through a really extensive physical journey. It's not easy, and I didn't expect it to be easy, but it's also one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. Constantly keep forgetting that I'm less than a week out from my surgery, you know? I'm worried about pushing and overexerting myself. I keep exhausting myself. I'm trying. As far as the physical pain goes, it's getting better for the most part. I'm making these videos because I want people to know what this experience is like in a very real and very raw way. And even though the result is going to come out well, and even though this will be posted after the results have been shared with everyone, it's still a difficult process. I'm not going to try and lie to anybody because I want them to know what they're getting into. This has without a doubt been the most difficult week of my life probably ever. I'm tired constantly. I can't really sleep through the night. I haven't really been outside much. I can't stand up really straight. I'm having trouble eating. On the plus side, I'm watching a lot of X-Files. Today is a week since I first got the procedure done. It's hard to believe it's been that short an amount of time because it feels like it's been forever. It's been really taxing and really stressful and strenuous, but it's all worth it in the end. Today we're gonna have my first post-op appointment with Dr. Schulman, and I think we're actually gonna see what I look like under the bindings today. So that's supposed to be really intense and really jarring. I'm gonna see if I can't snap a couple pictures at least so you guys can see what it looks like. I'm really nervous. I'm really, really nervous. I have no clue what's going on down here. Like, as far as I know, he could have, like, tattooed Charles Manson's face on there, so. This is my new stomach. It's just skin on muscle. It's no extra skin, nothing. I look normal. I have a flat stomach. I can't even explain how this feels. Look how thin I look. Wow. This is the first step to who I am now. It's so weird to see what I look like for the first time. I've had this long journey with my body, you know? 2-3 years of dealing with my excess skin, and then prior to that, 4 years of losing weight, and then prior to that, 6 years of putting on weight. I never imagined how thin I could look. I never imagined that I'd have a flat stomach. I never imagined that I'd be able to tap my belly and feel just like muscle and meat underneath it without the skin being there. It's starting to feel like me, you know? I've never felt like me before. I always felt like I was carrying weight or carrying the remnants of weight I used to have. I never felt like I could just be myself separate from the weight and separate from everything that existed before. Now I'm getting to be that. Now I'm getting to get there. It's still a lot of healing to do. Still a lot of drainage. Still a lot of the tubes staying in, and hopefully I'll be able to get rid of at least one of them, maybe 2 of them, early next week. So overall, the first appointment was a really good success. I feel confident. I feel good. I'm excited. So I'm here, my first post-op appointment, and so what do we think? How am I doing?
Matt's doing so great.
Awesome.
We couldn't take any drains out yet, but we are getting much closer to doing that.
So I have to skip Fight Club this week, but overall things are going pretty good.
Exactly.
All right,
so.
cool.